My name's Isaac, my student number is 24568-127. These are my pliers. My pliers were designed to be very simple and very basic, replicating a design that is already true to form and has been tried and tested in the workplace. This design is all parametrically designed, which means if you take it out into the workforce, it can be redesigned for the application. If you're working for small hands in a small environment, they can be shrunk, whereas if you want a larger plier for a different application, they can be made bigger. That means you're printing them dependent on who's using them. They were printed in place. The advantage to this is it makes a smaller lead time and can be printed on most printers. The advantages of printers these days that they are much more easy to use and the print quality you get is a lot better, which means printing in place you can do really big overhangs and then you don't have problems as long as you take them off. Obviously, the economics of scale come into application. This wasn't a big factor for me because, like I said, they're printed for workforce and dependent on the situation. If you were making 5,000 different types of pliers, you could print them in 5,000 different types of ways. If you're making 5,000 single pliers, well, then you might look for a better type of manufacturing or outsource to someone who has better printers. The social impact is a bit like I described before. They can be multicolored, multi-materialed. You could use resin printers, you could use carbon fiber, and that goes back to the application. You can use high heat source materials that work better for a mechanic, or you could use something that's flexible if you're working with small microelectronics. The environmental aspect is also a lot smaller. Because you're printing pliers dependent on the situation, you don't have pliers going to waste, or you don't have people buying pliers that they might never need. Another environmental impact is the no waste during printing. These can be printed pretty much with no supports needed, which means you're not wasting extra print. Also for stuff like injection molding, you have a waste part, which is the mold. With this, you don't have any waste. And most 3D filaments, including PLA, can be melted down and then recycled to be used somewhere else. So their life cycle cost is a lot smaller than other types of pliers made out of non-recyclable materials. I have holes in the end of my pliers and they are designed to increase strength in the lateral direction. Obviously you're squeezing down on them, so force is applied along the translation axis and you don't have any force transfer horizontally through the pliers. If the hole was to be the other way, you would run into issues.